You ready for it, Judge?
Yes, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Right here, man. I'm right here. There you go.
Hi there, can you state your name, please?
Jerry Lynn Peterson.
Thank you. The state is alleging one charge against you, and that is a drug paraphernalia possession or use charge. On that charge, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on the 12th of February at 4 o'clock p.m. That is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with that felony allegation. If there is probable cause, then your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If there's not probable cause found, then that case could dismiss. The case could also go in front of a grand jury. If that's the case, you won't have to appear in court on that day. The best thing for you to do is to call a day ahead of time to see if it's proceeding to court or not, whether you need to be there or not.
Okay.
Your release conditions are obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately if your address changes, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, do not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription, and do not possess any firearms. Do you understand those release conditions?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you obey those?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So on that local charge, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. So you're not being held on that. However, you do have a fugitive warrant out of the Las Vegas Justice Court in Nevada. So I'm going to be discussing that with you. They have an allegation made against you for harboring or concealing or aiding a felony offender. What I'd like to do is read you your rights for the extradition process for them to come to get you on that. So you have been arrested as a result for an outstanding warrant for your arrest issued by the County of Clark and the State of Nevada for the criminal offense of harbor, conceal, or aid a felony offender. The above state has asked that you be returned to the state to answer the criminal charges which are pending. You have the following rights. You have the right to be represented by an attorney of your choosing at your expense. Since the issue of extradition is a civil matter and has no bearing as to your guilt or innocence on the criminal charge, this court cannot appoint an attorney to you to represent you. Number two, you have the right, before you are returned to the above state, to require the governor of this state to issue a warrant of extradition, which will result in you being returned to the state where the criminal charges are pending, pursuant to Arizona Revised Statutes 133847 and 133848. You will be returned over to the state for extradition if the governor issues this warrant. If you cannot post bail in the amount set by the court, and the warrant has not been served upon you within 90 days from today, you will receive a copy of the fugitive complaint. If you wish to present evidence that you are not a fugitive from justice, The judge of that court will set the matter for a hearing. 3. You have the right to bail during these proceedings while awaiting the issuance of the governor's warrant of extradition, unless the offense that you are charged with is a capital offense where proof is evident or the presumption great. Once the governor warrant is issued, you lose the right to bail. If you are not in custody when the governor's warrant is issued, then you will be rearrested and taken before a judge of the Superior Court. If you cannot pay the bail amount that is set, then you will remain in custody until the governor's warrant is issued, which could take 3 months to occur. You have the right, number 4, you have the right to test the legality of your incarceration in this state by filing a writ of habeas corpus in the Superior Court of Arizona. Again, you may hire a lawyer at your expense to assist you in filing this writ, but this court cannot, by law, appoint an attorney for you. Should you choose to, you may bypass this formal extradition process by signing a waiver of extradition. The waiver only means that you do not wish to fight your return to the state. It has nothing to do with your guilt or innocence of the criminal charges. If you do not sign the waiver, then you are giving up the rights that have, if you do not sign the waiver, then you are giving up the rights that have been explained to you. You will still receive a copy of the fugitive complaint. Though once it is filed, after you sign the waiver, and the above state will be notified to come and return you to that state. This will occur within a reasonable period of time from when you sign the waiver, and you will be held in custody without bond until you return to the other state. If the authorities from the above state do not come and get you within a reasonable amount of time, you may file in the Superior Court a petition for writ of habeas corpus to seek your release. If you have local charges pending against you presently, then you will not be returned to the other state if you sign the waiver until the local charges are disposed of. We talked about those local charges. I am releasing you. So you understand that you can make the governor of this state write a warrant for you for the extradition process, basically. Or you can sign the waiver and waive that process so we can notify Las Vegas right away that you're eligible to be picked up. If you don't sign those waivers, then we have to go through the extradition process, and that means that you may remain in custody for a longer period of time. Do you understand that?
Yeah, it kind of lost me a little bit. So if I do sign one of them.
Yeah, if you sign the waivers that are in front of you, then that means you're waiving the extradition process of requiring the governor of this state to get that warrant for you to be transferred to that other state. So it would waive that process. You would not be challenging that, yes, I'm that person. I do know that I have a warrant. I want to waive that process and get them on their way so I don't have to wait longer. Or, no, I want to make the governor of this state get the warrant for me to have the other agency to come get me prior to that occurring. So then that would have to go through that process.
Okay, so either way it goes, I won't get any bail.
Well, there's not bail set now. So what I do is I give you another court date, depending on your decision, whether to waive the process or not waive the process. You'll have a court date regardless. What will happen is inside of that court date, your case will be transferred from this court to the Superior Court to review. And they're going to see if you waive the process or if you did not waive the process. If you waive the process, they're just going to monitor the case. The other agency will be told that you're ready to be picked up. Okay? If you don't waive the process, then they're going to start the process to notify the governor of the state of Arizona to get your warrant prepared and ready to be served upon you. And if that's the case, a bond may be set in place on you. So really what you're deciding is, do I want to make the governor of this state of Arizona have to go through a process to get a warrant for my extradition? Or I'm not challenging any of those portions. This is me. I know what they're talking about. You're not admitting guilt to the charge, but you're ready for them to just come and get you.
Okay, well, this is the problem. I'm not sure how long all of that's going to take. I go down and take care of my 79-year-old mother and my little sister with Down syndrome 2 to 3 days out of the week. And then I come back up here and live in Pine, and I work at the cabins on Strawberry Hill, the wedding venue. The
So
rest of the
what you can do is make some phone calls, let the detention staff, because you might need to make some arrangements, because neither way, one's going to take longer than the other. So either way, it's going to be a while before you'll be able to do any of those things.
How long is a while?
Well, it said in the thing a reasonable amount of time. So if you decide to waive it, they're going to notify the other state to come and get you. They don't have a specific date that they got to do that. So they're going to make arrangement, get transportation lined up and all of that. And typically it's within a week or so. If you go through the other process, let's say you don't waive it and you make the governor do it, it's a longer period of time for that to happen, because there's a lot of steps that have to take place. Your case will be transferred to the Superior Court. They'll know that the governor needs to be starting on the warrant process for extradition, and there's some more steps involved to it.
Yeah, I need to do the one that's going to be the fastest way for me to get this taken care of and out of the way. So I would guess that would be to sign.
Well, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you that is a quicker process. You're waiving that other process. So
Yeah, I don't want to have to wait for a warrant and all that stuff. I would rather just get this done and over with and out of the way so that I can get my life back on track and
okay,
help my mom.
then they have the waiver forms in front of you. You'll be signing them here shortly.
Sorry.
Judge, is that sufficient for viewing?
Yes, it is.
All right. So you need to print your name on the first line here and sign below that. Or I'm sorry, sign top line, print
Print
below.
below.
Okay, print. Same thing again, ma'am. Sign on the top line, print on the lower.
Sorry, I haven't been feeling good, and I'm not feeling very good today either. I think I might have pneumonia.
There you go. Okay, and one more.
All of these the same copy?
Yes, ma'am. They're just duplicate or additional. Yeah, triplicate, but they are the exact same form. Judge, all three have been signed, sir.
Okay, Ms. Peterson, what will happen is I'm going to send you a release order talking about that local charge that you have, that I'm releasing you on your own recognizance from. I am going to allow you to appear at that telephonically if that hearing takes place. Remember, it may not. So call a business day ahead of time, but I'm going to allow you to appear at it telephonically, so that way we don't hold you up on getting that other case taken care of. So they're going to be notified, nothing holding you back. So you'll have that release order. You're going to have the information that I read to you regarding your rights, about to exercise your rights, where you just sign the waiver. You'll have to sign that form that I just read that to you. And then you're going to get a copy of the transferred case information that's going from our court to the Superior Court. So they're going to monitor this. And if they don't come and get you in a reasonable amount of time, then they're going to have an appearance to say why not. Okay? And then you're also receive a copy of the criminal complaint, fugitive complaint form. So you'll just get a copy of that for information. Okay?
Okay.
All right. That's all I have for you, unless you have questions.
Nope, I'm good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you, Judge.
You bet. Bye now.
Bye.
And Judge,
Yes.
I'm gonna send Haney over there. You can take her back to it. I'm gonna send Haney over there so you can stamp those.
Stamp them? Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, and then you can just hand him the other paperwork.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, Judge.